Hello beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be a quick and easy look. It's going to be my go-to work look and we're going to be using nothing but drugstore products. I'm really excited to do this for you guys. I wanted to create a look for you guys so that you guys can see a work look where you don't have to use a lot of luxury products. These are all products that you can find at a drugstore. Some of them you can even find at Ulta. Great news, I got a new camera that I'm super excited about. So this is my first video using my brand new fancy wancy camera. I'm super excited about it. Shout out to my dad for letting me borrow it. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, go ahead and continue watching. Okay guys, so we're going to start off by priming our face. The first product that we're going to use is the Master Prime Face Studio Prime and Base. This one is supposed to smooth and blur. So we're just going to add that to our face. Okay, so now we've already primed our face. Now we're going to move on to foundation. Today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I am in the shade 455. And we're just going to add this to our beauty blender. Today I'm going to use the MORPHE beauty blender since we're trying to stick with drugstore. I'm just going to take a little pump and I'm going to add this to the skin. So I'm not sure what kind of looks you guys like to go for work, but I personally don't have time to be doing the most in the morning. I have kids that need to get ready. Most of the time my kids look better than me when they go to school. But I like to go a little bit more simple unless like there's a reason why I'm being extra. So I have been breaking out a little bit. Oh! I don't know if you guys can see, but right there I have a hater, and then hater number 2 is over here. It has gotten better, but for some reason I broke out a little bit. I think it's because I was eating candy at work. I feel like every time I start to eat candy at work, I start breaking out. So now we're going to move on to concealer. Today I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Looks like this right here. And then we're just going to be taking this underneath the eyes. I actually just recently started wearing this concealer and I love it. It's so creamy, it's not drying. I'm just going to blend this out. Look how pretty that just blended out. Yes. Then I'm going to go ahead and cream contour real quick. I am going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick. I am using it, I forgot to say what color I was using the concealer in. Darn it! Okay guys, real quick. So the ColourPop concealer that I used was in light 18, just in case you wanted to know. And the foundation stick from Wet n Wild that I'm going to be using is in Almond, which is 8688. And I'm just going to use this to contour a little bit. I'm going to be taking it on the side of my nose. Going down here, since I have a big ass nose. And I like to do this step before I set my face, because sometimes the creams, sometimes the powders do not blend well with the cream, so just real quick. So first I like to blend in the top and the cheeks. So I'm going to start off with this side. Okay, and then for my nose, I like to go in with a sponge. I like to leave the highlighted area on there just so that everything blends in all together. Okay, just like that. Okay. What are we doing next? Oh, we're just gonna take our beauty blender and just blend everything in one more time before we start setting. We wanna make sure that we don't have any creases on our face, especially underneath our eyes. Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna be using two setting powders. I use Fair, which is number 5, underneath my eyes, and then I use a little bit of 15 to kind of set the rest of my face. So first we're going to go in with number 5. I like to put some into the top, and we're just going to take our beauty sponge. And we're gonna go right underneath the eye area. Let me see. Push my hair back a little bit for you guys. Just like that. And we're just gonna take a little bit more and set underneath the other side. These are off top my favorite drugstore setting powders. I have them in like 4 colors, because when I first discovered them, it was in the summer of last year, and I literally was a couple shades darker. I mean, we all normally are a couple shades darker in the summer. So when I bought them in the 2 darker shades. Right about September is when I realized they're a little too dark, so. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna take a little bit of number 15, and I'm gonna take a little powder brush. I'm gonna take my Morphe, oh no, actually, this is Sigma. I'm gonna take my Sigma F10 and just add a little bit, just a little bit, to the rest of my face, just to set it. Since I'm gonna be at work, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking. Oh my god, I forgot to blend this out. This is like story of my life. I don't know why I always forget this. I should do this first so that I don't forget it. Alright, much better. You know what? I've had this on for a couple of minutes now and it did not give me any trouble blending out, which when I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer to do this, it'll leave you with a really rough line, with a really harsh line, and it's really hard to blend out. So I'm really impressed by the foundation stick. It's really nice. Okay, so now that we set the rest of our face, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. So we're actually gonna go in with the Wet n Wild bronzer in Sunset Striptease, which is this one right here. We're gonna take this with a bronzer brush. I'm gonna be using my Jaclyn Hill JH02, which is this brush right here. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of it. I'm gonna go right here into the cheek area, just to give it a little bit of color. I'm gonna take it on the other side as well. A little bit right here on our forehead. And then a little bit right underneath the jawline. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to brows. I'm gonna be using the Morphe Dip Brow in Java. This is actually one of my favorite eyebrow products. I actually tried this out not too long ago, and it for sure took place of my Anastasia Dip Brow pomade. And I've had this for a couple months now, and the product is still super creamy. I haven't had to add anything to it. It's still amazing. And it's only $18 for the whole kit, and the kit comes with the pomade, the Brow Wiz kind of pencil thing, and then it comes with the pencil cleaner, which you're supposed to use underneath your brow just to clean up any areas that might have gotten a little messy. And then it also comes with a brow gel, so for $18 you can't beat that. So I'm going to start with my brows now. I'm going to start at the bottom. I actually don't like to talk during my brows. I feel like it's such a precise moment. Like, you don't want to mess up your brow. Okay guys, so we had a hiccup along the way. I was filming my brows, and when I went on to my second brow, my camera just shut off. So this is a new camera and I'm getting used to it. It doesn't give me any like noise or warning that it's gonna shut off, and it doesn't shut off completely, it just stops recording. So I'm gonna have to like figure out how to make it work, but my brows are done. I know that you guys can see that. You guys really didn't need to watch me do my brows anyway. I'm doing the same every time. I can always do a brow tutorial if you guys would like. So we're gonna move on to the eyeshadows now. So I'm gonna be using the NYX Ultimate Edit in the Warm Neutrals palette. The palette looks like this. It's really pretty. It has 6 shades in it. And today we're gonna be going for a more natural look. All right, so we're gonna take a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH30. Brush looks like this, and we're gonna start with this transition color right here. Okay, and we're gonna start working the product a little bit over the crease. Okay, we're going to take it on the other side as well. And my boobs are just like here today, and they're just out ready to play. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next shadow. We're gonna be taking a Jaclyn Hill JH31 brush. It looks like this. and we're gonna take the brown color of the palette, which is this shade right here, and we're just gonna take a little bit of the product, and we're gonna just add this into the crease area a little bit, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So we're gonna start at the end, and we're just gonna blend this, just like this. We're gonna do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Sigma E25 brush, and I'm going to take this top color right here, is this bone color, and I'm just going to add that to the lid. Just like that. Now this look can be complete if you want it to just be matte. So for the people who don't like shimmers, you can just leave it like this and add a lash. But personally, me, I'm a little extra. So I'm gonna show you guys what it would look like if you added the shimmer to it. But like I said, you can leave it the way it is and add a lash and it will look really beautiful. So I'm gonna take this shimmer shade right here, which is the gold shimmer. And I'm gonna add that to the lid now. And I'm just taking a little packing brush and I'm just packing that into the lid. So the shimmer does have a little bit of fallout. But it brushed away just fine. So you want to be careful with that. I'm going to add some to the other side. And then taking that brush that we used earlier, which was the JH31, we're just going to blend that out at the top so that there's no harsh lines. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to lashes. Today I'm going to be using the STARDEL lash in 415. These are my favorite lashes to use on just a regular day. I don't like to use my expensive name brand lashes. I think that it's a waste, but I really like these because they give your eye a very natural look. They're very wispy. So we're just gonna add these on so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Eyelashes are on. I like to take my eyelash curler and curl the lash with my lash. Now we're going to go underneath the lash line real quick. I'm going to take that dark brown color that we had in the corner again, and I'm going to take a E20 blending brush from Sigma. Actually, it's a E20 shader brush from Sigma. I love how Sigma on their brushes kind of tell you what each brush is meant to be for. I'm going to go ahead and just take this color and drag it underneath the lash line, really close though. Then I'm going to take my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out a little bit, just like that. With that same brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter transition color that we were using right here. We're just going to take a little bit of that, and we're going to blend that brown out with this color. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. I cannot find for the life of me my favorite drugstore mascara. I must have put it and packed it somewhere and then I never took it out, or I must have left it somewhere. So I don't have any other drugstore mascaras, but I do have this one by Sephora, It's the Big Volume LASHCRAFT mascara. It's actually one of my favorites too. I really reach for this a lot. So we're just gonna use this for now. This is probably the only product that's not drugstore. And we're gonna go ahead and start blending in our real lash with our falsies. For our lower lash, I'm going to use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is my favorite mascara for a bottom lash. I love the way it separates my lashes. Alright. Okay guys, so now we're going to add a little bit of blush. I'm going to go in with the MILANI blush. It is the Blossom Time Rose number 11. I love this blush. It's such a beautiful blush and it blends in like a dream. So I'm just going to take my blush brush, the JH05. I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to add it to my cheeks. So we're going to add a little bit of highlight, but first, we're going to add a little bit of this PIXI Hydrating Milk Mist. I like to do this before I add some highlights so we can blend in what we got right now. I'm just going to add a little bit of this. I really like this one. It has hyaluronic acid, which is amazing for your skin. Okay guys, so next I'm going to go in with the MILANI highlighter. This highlighter is number 2, Day Glow. I'm just going to take my highlighting brush. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill JH09. I'm going to take some of the highlight and I'm just going to slightly, ever so lightly, add this to the top of our cheeks. And then just a little bit on the tip of our nose, down the bridge, and then a little bit right here, just like that. Now we're going to spray our face again with that PIXI mist, and we're just going to give ourselves a good spray. And then we're going to take our blending sponge and we're just going to go over that highlighter just to blend it in. Just like that. Look how healthy my skin looks right now. The foundation is amazing. Okay guys, so we're going to finish off this look. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner in the color Mauve. For lip color today, I am going to be using the Vanish Rosewood 904 from L'Oreal. I mentioned this in my favorites. It's still one of my favorites. I carry it with me everywhere. Super cute. Alright guys, to set my face, I am going to be using the Morphe setting spray real quick. I'm just going to set my face. I'm going to go with the Beauty Blender one more time. Okay guys, so this is the final look. What do you guys think? Are you guys loving this or what? I really love this NYX palette. Like honestly, I think it was $5.99 or $7.99, but it comes with 6 shades and you can create so many looks, so many basic looks, a little extra looks. There's so many colors in there that are useful for everyday looks. Okay guys, so that's it for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed watching it. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. So that's it for me, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Adios.